Shaka Smart revenge game, potentially. I don't know. Marquette, Texas. Marquette at home for this one in a bounce back spot after their hopefully wake-up call loss against Wisconsin last week. Although, who knows? Maybe Wisconsin's really good based on what we saw from Wisconsin tonight. I don't really know what to make of that team anymore. But Marquette, Texas, two good teams. Maybe two not great teams, though. We thought both these teams could be national championship contenders at the beginning of the season. I think sitting here on Wednesday, December 6th, you and I might not still feel the same. Is that fair?
Yeah, I'm I'm trying to see where I kind of want to start with this. I think these two teams are both very good. I think these are two teams that'll be in the thick of it come March. Like I think I would say these are both teams that if they end up actually in the Final Four, I'll say this, I would not bat an eye. I think these teams have that kind of ability to get there. But this is a matchup between two teams to me that have gone through different things up until this point of the season. Marquette has been to Maui. They have been battle tested. They go on the road to Wisconsin. Like they have played a hell of a schedule so far. Outside of what was it? Was it UConn that Texas played?
Yeah, Texas played UConn, lost by 10 on a neutral.
Outside of that, I think the last time I looked it up, their strength of schedule was something in like the 300s in KenPom. So they've not been battle tested like whatsoever. So the fact that they're going on the road at Marquette is going to be a whole different scene to me. Like this is going to be a something new for them. So it's like you could go one of two ways with this. You could be like, oh, Marquette's been battle tested. They're ready. They're not going to be phased by this. They're going to be in a bounce back spot as well. They should really take advantage of this against a Texas team who hasn't been in this point. Or you could be like, Texas takes advantage of the moment. They haven't been challenged yet. Maybe Marquette's a little run down from what they've been through so far early in this season. Like they played a lot of tough games and now they're coming back and having to play Texas at home. So I don't know which way I lean in this one. I'll probably end up switching even before the end of this actual preview. But for some reason, I just feel like the makeup of a Marquette team and the makeup of what Shaka is doing right there is going to take advantage of playing a team that hasn't been in this type of environment yet. It's up until this point of the season in a bounce back spot at home and find a way to pull out a win.
Yeah, I can promise you one thing about this game. I'm going to be on the wrong side of it betting wise. This is one I'm going to like overanalyze, come away feeling really, really good about. And then tomorrow morning, I just feel horrible about it as soon as it approaches game time, like 1 hour away. I'm going to be like, yeah, this is not going to end up well. I think that this game will tell us all we need to know about one of these two teams. Do you want to guess which team I think we will know definitively what they are by the end of this game?
It's got to be Texas, right?
I think we know what Marquette is at the end of this game.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, walk me through that.
This is why. I think that Texas still could be a long way away from what they are in March. Like, I think there are changes to be made. I think Max Abmas will get more comfortable as we get closer and closer to conference play. I think they still have a lot of youth. They just have a lot of new guys they're mixing in, and it's going to take some time. And to your point, they've only really played one quality opponent, right? It was UConn, which, by the way, they didn't get run off the floor. They lost by 10 points, but like they hung around with UConn, who we all agree is one of the best teams in the country. That was a day after one of the worst performances of the year when they should have lost to Scott Clark in Louisville, other than the Max Abmas miracle. So point is, like, we don't have a lot of evidence of Texas right now. We just have a lot of like data points that we're kind of compiling. And whatever they do when they go on the road to Marquette will be a data point, whether they lose by 30 points or whether they win by 20 points. Like, that's going to be a data point towards what we think Texas could be. Marquette is supposed to be who they are by now, right? Like, they brought back the same core from last year, minus Omax, but a bunch of dudes that we know are good at basketball. We know they're good enough to beat any team in the country on any given night. We've seen them go on the road to Illinois, which looks like one of the best wins any team in the country has right now. We've seen them win 2 games at the Maui Invitational and make the final. They beat UCLA, they beat Kansas. We've seen them come back from down 10 points to Purdue and almost win that game. So, like, we know Marquette has a high ceiling and a high floor. What's new about Marquette is what the hell happened at the Kohl Center. And you were quick to say it. It was Kohl Center voodoo, right? That just happens to some teams. But if Marquette truly is the national title contender that we think they are, you come back from a loss at the Kohl Center and you stamp your foot down and say, not today. Like, no, we are a better team than Texas. We are back at home and we are going to win this game decisively because we are the better team and we are the national championship contender. If they were to lose this game to Texas, Cart, at home and have this be now 3 out of 4 games, 2 in a row, that to me they should have been big time favorites in potentially, then I think there's some serious questions about, is this team even as good as we thought they were?
Okay. I did not see it like that whatsoever, but I see the light now on it. That makes a lot of sense to me. So like how far, and I'm sorry if I meant, how far are you swinging though if they lose this basketball game? Like we shouldn't carry them in the conversation of like Final Four level team?
I mean, March, anything can happen in March, right? I don't like defining a team as a Final Four team because Florida Atlantic was like San Diego, like, you know what I mean? Like that's, I still think your team could be a Final Four team and your team stinks. So none of this,
Thank you.
yeah, none of this matters to me anymore. I would say that Marquette, if they lose this game, I'm going into this game like Marquette could lose this game. If this is Texas at UConn, I'm like, UConn's smoking them. If this is Texas at Creighton, I'm like, yeah, give me Creighton. Texas and Marquette, I'm like kind of uneasy about right now. And that's their 2 biggest competitors at the top of the Big East.
Okay. I like that. I see that. But that also leads me back to the point is that I feel like this Marquette team has the makeup and resolve to bounce back in a very, very favorable bounce back spot. Like this isn't UConn coming into Marquette. This isn't even like a Creighton coming into Marquette. This is Texas. I think Texas is good. Don't get me wrong. But to your point, Texas is not the best version of themselves yet because of the players on the team. And, they still got to get the Sue back and things like that. This Texas is not the best version of themselves. We're going to see the best version of Texas, I think, later on in the year. So I expect Marquette to win this basketball game. I think Marquette should expect to win this basketball game. And I think things lean in their favor for them to win this basketball game.
Aren't they going to just get like a sick Max Asmus game at some point, though?
Do you think a sick Max Asmus game happens on the road?
I think it could, right?
I feel like the first truly sick Max Asmus game we're gonna get is a home game like versus Baylor.
Ooh, okay. Like the in-state rival win game, or like he devours LJ Cryer.
Yes, like in-state rival, Big 12. Everyone's talking about the guards on Baylor. Let's not forget on Max Asmus, I averaged 26 last year.
Yeah, I think it could happen in a road game. I think it could happen in this game.
Gregory, if you're gonna go there, go there.
I think it's gonna happen in this game.
Oh, you're going there?
I think it's gonna happen in this game. Yeah, I think 3-point shooting is the difference in this game. I'll say that. If you look at the numbers, Marquette has shot 31% as a team this year. That's really bad for the shooters that they have. Texas's defense, their thing they're best at is limiting 3-point percentage. Teams are shooting just 27% against Texas. So that maps, like, I don't think Marquette's going to make a bunch of threes in this game. On the other side, Texas shoots 37% from 3 as a team. That's 68th in the country. Marquette's defense is not exactly great at taking away the 3-point line. So I think this could be a game Asmus goes nuclear. I think it could be a game a couple guys on Texas hit shots, but I think Texas wins the 3-point discrepancy. And I think, honestly, there's going to be some hangover with Marquette of like, Max Klesmit just got us. Like, it wasn't just like Wisconsin that got them, dog. It was Max Klesmit. You're telling me like those guys haven't just been sulking on that a little bit? Like when you get Klesmited, you're really reevaluating some things. I think that's going to hang.
It definitely hits different. I will say that. A 20-point Klesmit half at that.
Yeah, I just think it's going to hang. All right, so I picked Texas to win this game. What's your pick?
I think I'm gonna go with Marquette.
You didn't
I'm
say
gonna
that with confidence. That tells me all I need to know. You didn't say that with any confidence at all. I feel
really.
great about this pick. Yeah, you had no confidence in that pick.
I do. What's gonna be the X factor matchup for you if you had to pick one?
Asmus and Kolek.
Asmus Kolek. Okay.
Period. Yeah, I mean Tyler Kolek, quote unquote, best point guard in the country. We keep being told that.
Okay. I think it's. I came in here wanting to say it was Oso Dylan Mitchell, but I'm gonna say this. I think Asmus is gonna have a good game. I'll give you that. I think Kolek's gonna have a good game too. I'm interested to see the Tyrese Hunter and Cam Jones matchup. I'm in because you haven't. I feel like I'm starting to get actually concerned if like that Tyrese Hunter Iowa State tournament Big 12 thing was kind of flukish.
Yeah, I don't think that's much of a concern anymore. I think that's what it was.
You think it? You think it was? I'm not
Yeah.
willing to say it was. I'm saying it's looking flukish at this point.
Yeah, I'm willing to say it was. It's sad, but it is what it is.
Oh damn, that sucks. Because that's a big reason why I'm in on Texas.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not part of my prediction of why I think Texas can win this game for the record. But yeah, he's gonna be good for like those random like 18-point nights here and there, but more often than not, he's just kind of like out there.
This is the first one I think we've been on opposite sides for in a while of doing these previews.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm ready to hang it up.
We can't. There's people that depend on us.
No, there's not.
There isn't.
No. Everyone would be fine.
Everyone subscribe to the Discord to prove to Greg that they depend on us.
Everyone would be fine. Let's be honest about it. Like, look, this has been a fun little thing. Started as a hobby. Now it's like a pretend job for me that makes like 20% of the money I used to make when I had a real job. And that's all cool. And I don't sleep and all that. That's fun. But like at the end of the day, no, like people would find other things to watch and other idiots to listen to, you know?
Well, when you put it like that, yeah.
It's all. Let's go to bed. Good luck, Marquette. Good luck, Texas.